What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm going to review the second studio album by American rapper Coolio. Based this product is called Gangsta's Paradise, and it came out in the fall of 1995. Now within the fair about it here, this is a request by Rush On as far as these first. I have an excellent type pitch to get to this one within these pitches. Now this is a pretty dynamite type album within the aspect behind it. Pretty large, widespread staple with a lot of notoriety, particularly more or less just for the hit single Gangsta's Paradise, the title track as far as these first. I have pretty stretchy number one pitch like that, just a defining kind of piece of gangster rap, 90s rap music within these pitches. Speaks volume in a lot of cases nowadays even still, but it's kind of the pitch as far as saying within certain type of sentences, this song overshadows a lot of the stuff elsewise that Coolio did, possibly apart from Fantastic Voyage. Usually off of each one of his albums, at least in the 90s type fair, he'd get at least one or so hits within these pitches, but this particular one does have other hits on here. It does have a top 5 single with 1, 2, 3, 4, something new, but it's just kind of pitch that the ubiquitousness of Gangsta's Paradise kind of just usurped it within those verses. This kind of pitched first, and just looking after within the aspect, this is like a real traditional kind of classic West Coast kind of staple pitch like that. When you think of hit West Coast albums, particularly like All Eyes on Me by Tupac, Doggy Style by Snoop Dogg, Thug Life Volume 1 by Tupac and Thug Life, Dr. Dre's The Chronic, obviously some of these type pitches. This is one of those type ones. Maybe, I mean, it's kind of within a mild type debate whether or not it would be within the immediate, whether or not it'd be in like the immediate kind of primary, whether or not it'd be in the full-bound kind of immediate primary hierarchy as far as these pitches can have, but it's kind of the pitch as far as saying, I would definitely say that Gangsta's Paradise is a large enough song, and the fact that it did have another top 5 single on top of that speaks enough to say that it probably could be. It was this kind of pitch. Coolio is kind of like MC Hammer and folks like that, some type pitches, and like Warren G, just kind of more or less probably like second lineup within pitch, but still pretty good staple when talking about West Coast and this overall 90s gangster rap and G-funk pitch like this. A good, nice one to kind of fuck with once things like Tupac, Me Against the World, All Eyes on Me, Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style, and The Dogfather, Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style, and The Dogfather, and Dr. Dre, The Chronic, some of these type ones, The Murder Was the Case soundtrack kind of get tiresome of this pitch. Definitely Capital is what I would say. It gets 10 out of 10 easily within these pitches. Recommend all 14 songs. Would not pay as much full bound. Now within the commonplace, the easiest song to kind of go for within these pitches with the most immediate type appeal is Gangsta's Paradise, the song as far as these pitches go. But there are some other type gems on here. It just has that traditional type fare. It is very much like a sum up of just very much just a traditional kind of sum up of gangster rap, just reeks of the 90s within the aspects of like the trends and just the overall facilities that are kind of happening along that time as far as these pitches can happen just within the aspect. Now, compared to MC Hammer's 1995 album, which I reviewed not too long ago, within those pitches that kind of had a little bit more commercial type bound and a little bit more wayside and just healthier type aspects, this is pretty straightforward within it. It's not quite as vicious. Like Tupac's a little bit more within the aspect of having like the more in-your-face type fare within like the aspect of being more in the fray, but this particular aspect just kind of takes it from like a wayside type fare. Coolio's just more within the aspect of having a little bit more within like the tone of some take-a-back kind of within the system, just kind of the product, not as much, having as much, not as confrontational, not as in your face pitches like that. It's kind of the tone as far as just the aspect, just kind of more wayside, kind of probably like I would say like the 90s Kendrick Lamar pitches like that, or the West Coast Nas, some of these type pitches. Now he's not as lyrical as those particular folks, but it's just kind of pitch as far as saying that this is more kind of from like a homie's point of view, just like when you think of like a rich homie Quan type fellow pitch like that was at those red cup type places, chunking up the deuce pitch like that. It's just kind of the tone. But look after, it's just good type flair, just easy kind of neighborhood weavings, plenty of 40-ounce type sippings within these products, some hydraulics and lowrider type surf rounds pitch like that, the standard traffic, just like to get along like a lazy kind of G-Funk day fair pitch like this. It just does that in the hot summertime. Yeah, look after, like I was saying, there are more moments within the pitch beyond just Gangsta's Paradise. This kind of the aspect that nowadays, for the most part, because these songs didn't hit number one, it just doesn't have like the same kind of trajectory kind of with it as far as like probably getting as much it's just the aspect that this is over a 30-year-old album. This album quietly turned 30 like a month and a half ago, or about a couple months ago, pitch like that. So it's this kind of ordeal as far as these pitches can have. But excellent type fair, get this. So Gangsta's Paradise lead single, pitches like that. It's like a classic 90s anthem and stretching and emphatic kind of banger and number one as far as these first going to happen. Song is pretty cold as ice as far as these first going to go. So this is the pitch as far as saying this real emphatic hook, this demonized type song pitch like that. This really ravages amongst things. Still stands pretty strong even 30 years later with some of these type pitches. Because of certain type errors, it kind of has reached parity within these pitches, just the aspect of that particular lifestyle as far as those pitches can happen. But it pretty much was like a gangster rap kind of anthem pitch like that, just easily booming out of sound systems and just the like of just like surf rounds, good pitches like that as far as the fair, just like traditional kind of crunk and post up as far as those pitches can have, just the aspect. But yeah. It's not to say this was like one of the full-bound pinnacles of G-Funk and pitch like that, but definitely is pretty near the top within these pitches. Gets pretty close to things like Let Me Ride by Dr. Dre, California Love by 2. Gets pretty close to other classics within that variety like Let Me Ride by Dr. Dre, California Love by Tupac, Gin and Juice by Snoop Dogg, some of these type pitches within tongue, good type products, but just excellent type fair. Yeah, but definitely emphatic type song. Just the fun factor about this song is real high pitch like that. Just an easy kind of breeze, just gets you electrified pitch like that, excellent type ordeals. Even if this album doesn't have like the full bound kind of spice of like the poundiness of this particular song, it does have other fun moments on here definitely within these pitches with good type fares. Too Hot's a follow-up single, good pitch like that is a top 25 or top 30 single, some of these type fares within it. It's like a quality day surf groove to get within these products here. Just a lazy kind of G-Funk sweep, I'd say. Pick up like some 40 ounces pitch like that, get a couple bills paid, some of these type fares. Is basic kind of makeshifts within a sunny kind of swash kind of California type lick pitches like that. Basic kind of work a day as far as what's first going to happen, just with them more mellowed out. This with the more mellowed and straightforward kind of breeze pitches like that. Sexton type ordeals, good pitches like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, something new is the third single. Some of these type pitches within it. It's like an excellent kind of dance club jump to get. This reminds like a newer kind of Fantastic Voyage pitches like that from like It Takes a Thief from '94. Some of those type pitches. Excellent song to bust a move. Definitely within those players. So Coolio had another trick up his sleeve to kind of combat the factor of like only being labeled a one-hit wonder. This particular song, something new, was kind of a top 5 single. Some of these type ordeals kind of pitch. This one could probably use a lot more complex within these fields than particularly Gods. This kind of aspect, this is very much similar to like those 90s kind of exercise and healthier type fit type songs, something like Montel Jordan and Warren G in certain senses, and like particular MC Hammer on the Right Day, some of those pitches within practice, that traditional kind of aerobics type song and pitches like that, some of those pitches within the aspect behind it, but just good aspect. Another one that really reeks of 90s type flavor, but just kind of an uncommon type gem beat, like I said, a good, nice, seldom type one that could use more airplay. For folks that thought Fantastic Voyage was a real excellent type song and he didn't have other hits like that, he did do that one again, so it's a good type pitch. But as far as the fair is going to happen, it's excellent type album pitch like that, so like I'm saying 10 out of 10. So kind of high, kind of drunk is a real excellent type one on here, good pitch like that. It's like a superb tune for like a night of rounds, I'd say, within these aspects here. Just some Parlay and Hall of Summit Diva type fair nearby is within the aspects like the get and the rounds and like the block fair, good pitches like that. City Square, some of that like conduct, I would say. Just some suburbs kind of swash for these first halves. So just hitting up like some spots with just like hitting up some spots with like the aspect of like some drink and smoke in your system, good pitch like that. Dismiss the fares that just getting crunk and having like that particular aspect of like some bungalow as far as those pitch halves. So excellent type ordeals. Good, nice, feel good type one in like a relative kind of lackadaisical type sense, but feeling good, feeling right, I'd say. Definitely feeling key, definitely some excellent type products. Cruisin's a real excellent type one on here as well. A real standout type song. This probably could have been a single pitch like that. Just real breezy type one. It's like a classic kind of West Coast kind of day breeze to get. This good radio jingle, I'd say here. Real catchy hooks. Some of these type of fares pitches like that. Good, nice one to grab like a lemonade. Good, excellent date afternoon. Some of these type pitches. So just real nice sunshine with some of these type fares. Just a healthier type one, but excellent type pitch. Kind of get to some of these type fares. Good, thorough type product about it. Exercise Your Game is nice on here. This has some extra folks like 40 Thieves and E40, Cat Named Cam, some of these type folks in pitches like that. This is like a good basic hydraulics and traffic knock to kind of get Exercise Your Game is like a good basic hydraulics and traffic knock to get within these products. This reminds like Return to the Max, some of those type of songs. This vintage kind of 90s type flare pitch like that. This really feels like from the Bay Area, some of those type jumps. Songs like Mac Dre and some of those type Mac Dre, Too Short, some of those type folks would have probably done this Smebin, some of those type fares, other type lingo that E40 and them type folks. Smebin, other type lingo that E40 and some of them would type say pitch like that. It's pretty swift type song within these pitches. So just a good type fare for you and your boys. Pitches like that, chunk up the deuce. Some of those type fares really get crunk. Some of those type fares pass around to zigzag. Some of those type pitches really just get loud and ignorant as far as those fares going to happen. Another one that's pretty similar to Too Hot would be Ghetto Highlights. This is actually the first song you hear before Gangsta's Paradise. Excellent type pitch, is good type flair. It's like a nice sun-licked and swash kind of conversing. Swash meaning have some drink in your system within the legality, not to drive while having the 40s in your system or affairs like that, but just kind of pitch, just having like some drink type flair to kind of have like a sauce type get along as far as these pitch kind of just appreciate the fair. Just typical day in the block type and aspects, typical day in the hood, some of these type tones within pitch behind it. Just grab like utilities, extra type fair like the curriculum of the day, kind of shop around pitches like that. Standard type 2 and some of these type 1s, MC Hammer pretty much does these on the regular within like the 94, 95 album type vibes. Warren G kind of does that within those tones. Snoop Dogg on the right day. So this is good type pitch, just like standard kind of slow much type traffic, just an aspect like G-Funk type fare. Is This Me is a nice one. This gives like Tupac 1995 vibes, let's say, for like Me Against the World sounds type pitches. Just some minor paranoia about this song in like a Thug Life type sense. Also, I'd probably throw in Thug Life Volume 1 sounds type fares. Some of those type pitches, I do think Tupac knew Coolio pretty well within those pitch accent type fares. It's like some good sunshine kind of creeping as far as these fares going to happen. Kind of aspect, but it just does that particular fair when you think of songs by Tupac like Death Around the Corner, Stones type 1s, other type 1s like Outlaw, Death Around the Corner and Outlaw, Stones type pitches from 1995, good pitches like that. It's just kind of fair as far as just it being in a more sunshine type sense. So Coolio just has a little bit healthier type tone on like that pitch, but still the same variety. Feels like a song that Tupac would have written, some of those type pitches, excellent type ordeals. Smiling's a real excellent type 1 on here as well. It's like a nice and red hot kind of sleaze of a song to get within these products. Very similar in like the hook type fashion to Tupac. Reminds of Tupac from I Get Around from way back in 93. Sounds like Ferris off the Strictly From My Niggas album, pitches like that with Digital Underground. Sounds like Ferris, excellent type product about it. It's like some neighborhood weaving. It's going to get within these tones. Just pick up like Doritos run sounds like Ferris. So this kind of aspect, have like a Cool Ranch bag of Doritos nearby. Some of these type pitches, just kind of aspect, just like a block bop sounds type Ferris. Couple smokish type Ferris in the product, just extra kind of get around with just like definitely within that same playlist is some of those type 1s that this is like just neighborhood surfing, good type pitch for like city square type conduct, just feeling get towards the product, just shooting the shit, some of these type fairs with an aspect, just having some chatter about the goings with the day as far as this pitch can have just good type fair. A lot of these do have some excellent hooks on here. Smiling has a real excellent hook, Cruising has a real excellent hook, For My Sisters has a pretty good hook, Bright as the Sun has real excellent hooks. There are some extra type 1s on here that are pretty affable and melodic as far as these fairs can have some good assortment of some of these type pitches as well within these products. Bright as the Sun. I'm going to talk about this one within these first. Another catchy type 1s, like a dope lazy kind of post-hour sun to get within these aspects here. Reminds like MC Hammer, just pitches like that. Some of those type 1s from his 95, 94 albums, just some of those surf rounds. Also Warren G, some of those type folks. It's like a newer kind of Today Was a Good Day by Ice Cube, some of these type pitches. The same sort of G-Funk type swashedness within pitch like that. It's a lazy kind of red eyes and golden eyes type fair, just to kind of kick back. Have like a Zagger 3 in your system, pitches like that. Typical kind of West Coast Cali type days, pitches like that as far as those first kind of excellent type pitches. Then I'd have to say on top of that, some of these type fairs, another nice one is A Thing Going On as far as these fairs going to go. This has like a good R&B flavor type aspect about it, good pitches. It has a good R&B flavor type aspect about it, excellent type pitches on here. It's like a dope drooping kind of day frolic to get within these tones, just super stone but emphatic, I'd say, within the pitch behind it here. Good jovial type song, I'd say, within the aspect of some Bay catering as far as these fairs going to go. So it's just within the pitch as far as saying within the aspect. This one's definitely pretty head sprung within these type ordeals, just head over heels within like the aspect, a good smitten type aspect, but taking care of the quality of disc, taking care of the quality of Bay being right. Some of these type tones within the pitch, just some kickback, just satiny type song that nails the appeal and like a classic kind of G-Funk type sense and type products about it. That particular song, A Thing Going On, goes along with the hit song like For My Sisters, as well as another R&B flavor type dope type one within these pitches. Good aspects like that, some radio glam pitches like that. Good tune to put like some respect on Diva's names. So these type fairs from the product here, just Divas in mind pitches like that. Just a low key kind of cherished within these aspects. Good song to low key cherish some of these type flames within the aspects as far as these pitches can have. Just a good cater type song within the pitch for us aspects of just Queen for a day or two or three, pitches like that within the ordeals kind of about it within the aspect of snack cakes and get nails done, pitches like that. Sounds like there's extra aspects from the products. And just kind of the fair gallivant and pleasanting kind of day within the pitch behind it. Just good product, just like kind of more commercial and like diva centric kind of G-Funk within this pitch. Kind of the product, just good type fairs kind of get like that. Usually this is pretty more roughneck and just like a more mellow type sense, but this kind of pitch saying this is good type product to have like the rom-com type flavor to it within aspects. Not so much comedy, but just the romantic type flavor to say within pitch like that. Good type flavor. Trying to think of other type of songs I haven't talked about on here. Basically, I think the last one I haven't talked about is The Revolution. It's like a nice one as well. The Revolution is like a quality kind of block vibing to get and trek around as far as these pairs are going to go. This reminds like folks like Master P and Scarface. Certain type of folks more on like the ground level type tip, just kind of snack run type fare, or just the aspect of this erranding kind of within the picture, just getting some shit done within the product. Like the aspect, this normal dap with homies that I had to stay here, just lounging about within these products. This kind of rec room type noise and basic kind of kick about as far as this first guy. I'm just excellent with the pitch. Just have a few zags in the air, pitch like that. Some that parts just get crunked a little bit within the loosening up. Just standard type fare, just neighborhood noise pitches like that. Outdoor type thump, some of that parts just summer shine, some of the aspects. I think the last song I haven't talked about on here is Get Up, Get Down. This is nice as well. It's like a basic getting towards like some crunk evening. Get up, get down is like a basic getting towards some crunk as far as these aspects going to have them. Just getting ready to spark off some of that pitch with the aspects for the tones going to have them getting live pitches like that. Just some evening funk to kind of get here within these aspects. Chirp folks, I would definitely say, figure out where folks are going, what the tone about it is, kind of pitch like that. Smoke a couple definitely along the way within these pitches as far as the products going to have. So just the fair, just getting crunk within the aspect, just the tone of just like the turn up getting high, some of these type aspects within the tone. Definitely pretty dope, drooping kind of golden eyes type product within the pitch as far as this first going to happen, just within the aspect like a pajama cat type vibe within the pitch. Probably heading to like strip club After Effects songs, getting towards the product of, or they would be towards more aspects like Gangsta's Paradise. Got songs like Gangsta's Paradise, kind of high, kind of drunk songs that pairs just from the pitch. But yeah, it's good aspects. Kind of I like the number of facets for like the socialize within these pitches. Provide some new kind of lights. Has different kind of spices to G-Funk within those aspects. So just within the aspect where you think that Gangsta's Paradise is like kind of a one-trick pony, so those type flares, it does have other type aspects like the tone and just further dynamite type flares to get further crunk within those aspects for those pitch counts. So just kind of within the fare behind it. Good different flavors, pitches like that. So yeah, that's the product about this sound as far as these pitches can happen. 10 out of 10 within these fares. Good banging type one. This in the retro type aspect of the appeal behind it, this is definitely a classic type album, especially it needs to be seen with more light now that Coolio's no longer here within these pitches as far as the format's going to happen. So it's just within the aspect as far as saying is the impact of this. I think it seemed like this was an album that had enough kind of commonplace, but it seems like more or less usually it was summed up just with Gangsta's Paradise and maybe like a couple sentences or two of like afterthought within certain type products. But this kind of pitch as far as saying does have way more to offer. This is pretty good staple to get lost in for a good while as far as this pitch can happen. Just has the aspect of just not being just boring after like an hour or three or a day or three as far as this pitch can happen. Just has the aspect of like some emphatic type vibes that just pretty much was a part of like G-Funk, which lasted for pretty much a good chunk of the 90s pitch like that. So this is the fair, definitely a shining piece of that within those pitches. Definitely once, like I was saying, once Tupac, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, some stuff, folks, this is kind of one of the primary, secondary type ones within those pitches. Definitely a staple that has more than a few hits on here. Good pitch like that. So that's the product. So yeah. 10 album social score. So within these pitches, the swash songs on here, pretty much most of this particular album type fare pretty much has the assistance of a 40 ounce nearby pitch like that, within the legality of having the driving type fare on top of it. Just some cruise type songs within the pitch like lowrider type fare, just surf rounds, lazy, kind of get traffic done, get bills paid, some of these type fares from the aspect of extracurricular type stuff. The in-between type sessions for neighborhood post-ups with your boys, pitch like that, and some even some good kind of diva G-Funk as far as what's going to happen within the excellent type aspects that's not, that has certain degrees of common, but not within the usual type aspects within like consistent within like the frosty. So it's pitched like that. I mean, you do get these on here, but it's just good type pitch to have all these different tones within the pitch as far as getting towards it. This kind of has the aspect, but just good varieties amongst the aspect. It's classic on the G-Funk West Coast type staple pitch like that, nails it feels. So makeshift songs, some dance club type songs, plenty of social type ones to really have the spice. Some of these type ones to frost it. Even if Gangsta's Paradise is the most ferocious type one, I will say 1, 2, 3, 4, something new is pretty good banging type one. That's a surprise hit within those tones. So it's pitches like that, plenty of good dance spices. You get tore up, get some drink fare in your system, good pitch like that, just have a good time, have a ball pitch like that's a good aspect. So in terms of the future, unfortunate aspect is Coolio's deceased and has been for a good few years within these pitches within the aspect, but this particular album is excellent type fare within the pitch like it's frosty pitch like that. So just easy kind of staple, definitely appreciate nowadays. Chunk up the flare pitch like that, just kind of within the aspect represent. Remembering a banging type album, once again, this album is 30 now within these pitches, so it's excellent type product, just saying like the traditional, like the frosty, that particular has excellent type, thorough and excellent type fury.